Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. You're joining us live Tuesday evening stream with round 2 of the GT3 World Endurance Series, Season 4. This time it's the Renaults. And they've been nipping around now for just under half an hour, having a practice in their Renaults around Laguna Seca. We are around 2 minutes away from a brief qualifying session, which they will do on the Racing Hard tyre. It'll be a 90-minute race, and these guys have got to use all 4 racing compounds. They'll start on the Racing Hard as they've qualified on the Racing Hard, and then after that it's free choice as long as they don't put a same set on. So Racing Hard, they can go soft, super soft, or medium, and then after the medium, soft if they went medium. Trust me, we'll pick it up as we go along. It was a stunning race, round 1 at Saint Croix. Was it at Saint Croix? Can't remember now. Hang on. Yeah, it was. And but the fuel tanks were heavy going, man. So we had a shed load of pit stops in that race. Now I don't know what Laguna Seca is going to kick up, and I am intrigued. I'll get to the table in 2 secs. In the stream chat, we have Ensign Hewitt saying, "Hi Thingy, how's it all going? Hope all is well." It's brilliant, man. This is day 1, or well, you know, this is the beginning of the Hollybobs. Got finished work, got home, got on here, and it's Aruba, Bahamas, ooh, a pretty mama. I don't know the words of the song. Pat saying, "Howdy, partner. California, yes, California love." Homesick Alien saying, "Howdy." He's on hosting duties tonight because Racer Brown had to quickly nip off to Cuba again for another trip. Strange. That man, he's more like a delivery driver nowadays than what it is he does. I think he fixes electric doors. Pat saying, "A lot of sand are probably kicked up. California." So, yes, 90-minute race. We're just about to start quali. That's what Homesick is indicating by his readiness. Yes, hashtag for Homesick Alien. Big up. It's just Cthulhu is the fly in that ointment. Obviously in cahoots with a certain Jacker. They've never raced anymore. You never see him, do you? Oh, and Chokers is at it as well. Very good. So we've got these guys. They've been practicing. I guess he seems to be fastest with the 1:23.7. Oh, we've got a table. Quick, while they do their outlap, and ban it with a K, because everyone's a comedian. There's a, you know, it's an unwritten rule. R to start, and just people cannot follow it. Reet then. Talking about Mr. Brown and his trip to Cuba, he's at the top of the table on 21 points? Sorry, I was looking at the wrong bit. 21 points. With Homesick Alien in second on 18 points. And then we have third Guesty on 17 points. Ensign, you're at 4th on 14 points. Bandit 5th on 12 points. The Barry Twins is 6th on 11 points. Jokus is 7th on 10 points, with Noxie 8th on 9 points, and Dan Wolf and Cthulhu were no shows round 1, but Cthulhu's here today, so special. I think he did have an excuse last time. I think he was working. He could not get out of that thing that we call work, the slavery that our masters have put upon us. Pat saying, "Almost like a beach holiday, this one. Only 10 mins from the coast. Ooh, let's go make sandcastles, Pat. Grab your bucket, I'll bring us bathe." So Homesick Alien is leading them around Laguna Seca. That's where we are today. And I mean, we saw a few barrier smashes. Oh, we've got full damage as well. But luckily for this, there's a lot of sand to stop them from getting to the barriers. So Barry Twins will be happy about that, because we saw him have a lot of excursions at Saint Croix into the barriers. Are they doing? I was looking for Bathurst just in case, because that's a dreadful track to do when you've got full damage on. So here we go then. Homesick Alien going for his fast lap, coming up the hill, over the hill, down. And it's heavy braking here for a very harsh left-hander that keeps on turning left. Then it asks you to dip it right as you build up the speed, then back on the brakes for a tougher right-hander onto the curb, and try and keep the tail happy as you're back on the accelerator, back off again for the right-hander. And yes, you're dizzy at this point, but you get a little straight there, and I think you throw this one in. It's no, it's knocked down a gear. It depends on the car and the downforce. I think it's the next one you might throw it in, but the problem is you're just coming up over the hill, car very destabilized when you're asking it to go into a very fast left-hander, then back up the hill again onto the accelerator, ready for some really heavy braking. And if you weren't dizzy by the sector 1, this one's going to knock you flat. They call it the corkscrew, and there you see Homesick Alien fighting his car through there. And it is a ridiculous corner as we come down the hill around the left-hander, ready for a right-hander. 4th gear, it looks like. Yes, 4th gear for Homesick in that one. Coming around to near the end of the lap, and this one down to 2nd gear, very tight. We're going to see a lot of people going wide in that corner, and if you go wide, it kills it. And that's Homesick Alien doing a lap out of Laguna Seca, and he's done himself a 1:24.9. Beautiful stuff from the Alien. Cthulhu already topping that with a 24.8. The Bazza goes 25 and goes 3rd place. Joker's coming up towards the line. He gets a 25.2, only 700ths off of the Baz. Guesty's going back in the pits. Oh, he's picked up damage, and this is the thing with full damage, so Guesty's going in to fix his rear dampener. And Bandit comes up towards the line, and he posts himself a 26.3, only a second behind Jokus. And Ensign Ewart fighting the RS last week, strangling its neck on the controller, and he goes fastest with a 24.3 for Ensign Ewart. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Does Homesick Alien or Cthulhu have? Homesick Alien is bettering his own time, but not that. Oh, well, see, he had a purple, but he's down. He's down. So I don't understand his the reading off of that one. Homesick Alien comes around that final corner. He was up on his own time, but not the fastest on track. What can he do? 24, he goes ahead of Cthulhu, who comes up towards the line. He doesn't go any faster, and that's Bazza. Can he go any faster as he comes up towards the line? He does not. Well, he goes faster, but he doesn't catch up. Cthulhu, Jokus only a 10th behind the Baz. Can he find it? No, not this lap. He's I guess he's still on his out lap. Guess he's leaving the best till last with only 5 more minutes. More chat. More chat in the stream. I'm at Homesick saying, evening thingy, how are you? I'm Tiggly Boo. I'm Pat saying before that, I've made plenty of sandcastles here in previous races. And there goes the Bandit crossing the line, but he's no faster on this lap. And let's have a look then. How's Ensign looking? He doesn't go faster that lap, but he's still pole sitter by 0.033 of a second. Homesick Alien finding more in that last lap. He's got purples now, nearly 6/10 up on the fastest time, and he's just at the last sector to go. And he really is ringing his Renault, what is it, RSO something or other? An RSO1 GT3 2016. Old car now, Jesus. As it crosses the line, can he go faster? He does. He gets pole away. Cthulhu's just a little bit down the further of the road. He does not. He goes faster, but not fast enough to go ahead of Ensign Ewart. The Bazza is off the road. Jokus coming around that final corner, hanging the Renault out. I must say, we've seen they've done well in them final corners. And there goes Jokus. He does not go any faster now. Here's the man, Guesty. He looked like lightning at St. Croix, but I think he just lost his tyres, asked his tyres too much, and lost out on a couple of positions there. Maybe a win. It's hard to say. And there he goes, pole position, 23-1. Only 2/10 ahead of the Alien, who's on a run, and we've still got 3 and some minutes left of this. 3 minutes and some change left of this qualifying session. And Home Sick's not going any faster. Ensign Ewart, has he got any more than a 24.3 in that Renault? Why is it doing that? 700ths down on his own time. He's 9/10 off the Alien, so he needs to find a good second in these next 2 sectors. The car is getting lighter, the fuel dropping off. He's hanging the Renault out, but he wiggles her into shape, and she does as he commands. Coming up the hill, throwing it into that left-hander, always climbing to the corkscrew now. Holding it out wide, slings it over, crosses back over, and that's tidy. That was nice and tidy, but he's 900ths off of his fastest time as he brings it through the last sector. All hell breaking loose behind him. He's ripping up the tarmac, chasing that time. And even if he can't get ahead of Catula, he wants to beat his previous time as he slides it around that final corner, slams down the accelerator, chasing the start-finish line, and he does go faster. Lovely stuff, down to 6/10 behind Home Sick Alien. Awesome stuff. So, excuse me, I was just seeing if there's anyone near coming across. Now there's Bandit. He's currently 7th place. He's nearly half a second. He's only 6/10 behind Jokers. He's already found 5/10 in the first sector of this lap. Now, what more is there in that car for Bandit? Coming up the hill. Catula's gone faster but stays 4th place. Through the very tough section up towards the corkscrew. This car placement absolutely delicious. They're just coming around that. Jokers goes faster, so now it's Bazza. It's Bazza, but Bandit's a second up. Baz is only 7/10 ahead of the Bandit. I don't know how far Jokers has gone. He's done a 24.7, I thought that said. Guesty also going faster again out there on pole, and here comes Bandit. He was a second up. Can he jump the Baz? Oh no, 200ths off. Oh, so close, so close. And Bazza dining out on the bitter. Oh my god, he has stuffed his car, so Bazza's not going to go any faster. Bandit's still got a chance if he can do it on this lap. Guesty is pole position by 4/10. Home Sick Alien chasing it around the final corner. He's got 7 seconds left, and I think this might be his final lap. I'm not sure. The time has just run out. Is his final lap, and he does not do it. Ensign Ewart is Catula next. Can he get anything out of this? He does go faster, but he cannot move position. Who's next? It'll be Jokers to cross the line next. He's only half a second away from Catula. He went faster the lap before. Can he find something in this final lap? What's that, 10 minutes? Half a tank of fuel, so 20 minutes on a fuel tank. And there goes Jokers towards the line, and he's no faster, unfortunately. Where is whom? Where? Someone's going to cross the line, I'm going to miss it. That might have been. Oh, Ensign is coming ahead of Bandit. It might have been Guesty who just crossed the line. It was. So Ensign. Oh, Bandit first. Sorry, Bandit. Can he do Baz's time? He does not. Ensign Ewart. He goes no faster as well. So everyone stays. Guesty on pole. Home Sick in second. Ensign Ewart in third. Great stuff from Ensign Ewart. Catula in fourth. Jokers in fifth. With the Baz. Oh, the Baz was yet to cross the line, but his car's stuffed. In sixth, and Bandit in seventh. So Barry did find the barriers somehow. I mean, I said that he shouldn't damage his car too badly here because there's a big sand trap well in the way before you hit the barriers. But Baz Still found a way. Beautiful stuff. Well done, Baz. So Guesty on pole, ahead of Homesick Alien. Ensign Ewart in third. And this one is going to be a tough one. Guesty, we saw, had the opportunity. What kind of camera is that? Oh, that's even worse. That's great. Right, well, that's what you get to see, unfortunately. Not looking at the back end of Homesick. So Guesty, a great getaway there. They're all on the hard tyres, remember. It's in the next round of pit stops where it all changes. Ensign Ewart trying to have a move on the Alien, but the Alien looks clean now. And he's defending early with Ensign Ewart quite far behind to try and get a move. So Homesick Alien, he's cost himself time, and Guesty's had a beautiful getaway there. Almost up to 0.8 of a second just after the first corner. And oh, Ensign having a flick behind Homesick Alien. Nothing comes of it. Bazza, great start up to fourth. Jokers, it's Cthulhu that's dropped. Jokers is out wide. No, he wasn't. Sorry. So Cthulhu's dropped down, and the Bandit is all up in his business, having a look up the inside, but Cthulhu has it covered off, and Jokers then chasing after Homesick, who's lost a position to the Baz, and I don't know how. Let's have a look. Oh, Ensign Ewart was wiggling off the road at that point as well. There's Homesick. Oh, just a little touch of the grass. Lovely save from the Alien there, and that's how he lost position to Ensign and the Baz. But when we go back, I'm afraid, I think Ensign Ewart has had a frolic in the sand. And yes, he's dropped down into 5th place, just ahead of Cthulhu. The race is still well alive for him, as Jokers now chases down Homesick Alien, who chases down the Baz, who finds himself in 2nd place. And Homesick Alien, is tough to make a move around here. You've got to be perfect on it, because it can get quite messy, especially with the sand either side of you. And Guesty is flying 4 seconds ahead of the Baz, and Homesick again having a look up the inside, and Barry, he controls the race line and he can pick where he wants to go. And like I said, Homesick Alien, he's just got to perfect time it. Ooh, Joker's having a wiggle out of the corner there, catching something up. Ensign Ewart having a small excursion, back on track again in 5th place ahead of Cthulhu. And the Bandit 1.7 seconds behind them. And this is a very fast-paced race here. Scary, some may say. And Pat in the chat saying, outside of the second right for Barry, I am also familiar with that wall. Okay. And the Baz then still getting in Homesick Alien's way. Homesick Alien, oh, he's just looking here, he's looking there, but he's not got through the corkscrew quite as clean as the Baz. And the Baz gets to pull away a little bit. And now Homesick Alien has to be wary of Ensign Ewart making his way up into 4th. We've lost Jokers. Jokers has fallen out with the road, and he's ended up behind the Bandit. And there's Ensign sliding it around. His tyres won't thank him for that, but I think the fuel tank might run out before the tyres do. We'll see. Oh, Bandit's gone in. He's getting rid of the hards early. He's going to have hella of an amount of pit stops here as Jokers makes his way through and gains a position. Great stuff. Cthulhu then down in that 4th place, looked very feisty in qualifying, but he's not quite found the pace of that car in the race. Ensign Ewart on top of it, sliding it around, loving life. And Homesick Alien chases down the Baz, who's got 1.4 seconds on him. And meanwhile, Guesty is in this race. He's in a race of his own. He still thinks he's chasing Racer Brown down from round 1. So Barry Twins then in 2nd place. I bet he cannot believe his luck and his eyes. And it's all in his hands now, because the Alien losing more time on the Baz, and Homesick Alien not comfortable with the Renault here at Laguna Seca. You can see it's not a strong track for him, but we don't want to speak too soon. Homesick Alien, he deals the damage later in races. He sits early doors, looks after his tyres, looks after his fuel, and then brings the rage later when others are already tired. And that's the story of the turtle in the hair, I guess. So Bazza, at the moment, comfortable 2 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien. Guesty 6 seconds. No one's stopping this one. This is revenge for round 1. because he did drop down to third. He was leading for a while, but he was on the super softs when Racer Brown, I think, was on the mediums and Homesick was on the softs, and he should have gone in for the kill, but he couldn't, and then he damaged his car, and his race just went from looking like a solid win to can he keep the podium. So this time round, Guesty not messing around. He's getting the damage done early doors as the Baz brings her home around in well, not home, but he's bringing her around in second place at the moment, being chased by the Alien. Homesick Alien's caught up by some 2-3 tenths in the last few corners. So Barry, but this is where Homesick Alien loses a lot of his time. He throws that Renault in. He's virtually sideways when he enters the corner, and but he's going faster than he's gone before, and he definitely is catching Barry Twins. Ensign Newer, he's only 1.8 seconds behind the Alien as well. 90 minutes of racing. Oh, Ensign going very wide out of that corner, and Cthulhu likes that. The Bandit, he pitted very early. He's gone to the medium tyre, and I don't know. I know he probably isn't comfortable with those hard tyres, but you've just got to try and shake some of that fuel off. You don't want a pit stop without fuel in here. Oof, finding a new line through the corkscrew there for the Bandit Turtle, as Guesty leads 6.3 seconds. So Bazza is starting to find that pace. He's starting to find a faster pace than Guesty. And yeah, Bazza getting into the swing of things. He's pulled away from the Alien again. Another 2 tenths. The Homesick Alien did gather that up, but he's lost it somewhere. And Ensign Newer's lost it. Well, we did see him going very wide, and Cthulhu 6 tenths behind Ensign Newer, and Cthulhu is just about to make this very interesting for Ensign Hewitt. And he probably feels he's already had an interesting enough race. He was up there, he's dropped off, he's back in there again, and now he's under fire from Fernando. Ooh, and my warm beverage is quite warm. I thought I'd get away with having a couple of sops, but it was too hot. I have to wait for a lap or two. I usually let it go cold, so I don't want to leave it too long. So Cthulhu, he was 6 tenths behind Ensign, but he's lost a little momentum there. And Ensign Newer managing to pull away. And has Cthulhu and Ensign raced with each other before? I'm not sure, I can't keep track, but Ensign used to be new. So, I don't know, he must have come across Cthulhu, because Cthulhu has raced recently, I remember. So I'm sure these two. I just don't remember Ensign. I remember Ensign has, like, massive battles with almost everyone. I've seen him do it with Koikarp, I've seen him do it with Homesick, Guesty, Skyjacker numerous times, Bazza. So, Ensign Newer, he'll have a good old race with anyone. I don't think I've seen him have one with Cthulhu yet, and it looks like we're just about to get a lovely ringside seat for that treat that's coming up. But at the moment, Ensign Newer catching that car. He bounced off the inner curb there and slid all the way across the track, and that would have lost him. Well, you'd think it lost him some time to Cthulhu. Cthulhu is very much in the hunt now for a Guinness liveried Renault, and Ensign Newer is under some humongous pressure. Guesty then 10 seconds. The man is unstoppable here at Laguna Seca. With the Baz now, Baz is in trouble. Homesick Alien's got into his stride. He's ready for a scalp. He wants a bit of Belgian chocolate. Going for the outside. He's not messed around whatsoever there. My lordy lordy. I don't know why I've chosen that camera. I was meant to go back to that one. The Bazza really drops off there. Has he got damage? No. Maybe, just maybe, he's used a lot more fuel up than the Alien. Well, I say a lot. Probably a half a quarter. That's half a quarter. I'm not doing the math. But yeah, Homesick Alien's got more fuel than Baz. So maybe Barry be happy to sit in the Alien's toe for a little while, save some fuel and some tyres. But it looks like the Alien really is trying to take this race to Guesty, but Guesty regular 23s now as his fuel tanks are dropping away. the tyres are not even warmed up yet. They're just showing a little red. And Homesick Alien in the same place, same fuel as well between the two leaders. The Barry twins, 2.5 seconds. Oh, Cthulhu's got the move done on Ensign. Oh my word. And we missed it. I thought we had a bit of time yet, but obviously not. And Cthulhu getting the job done on young Ensign, and he's moving on up, and he is chasing after Baz. Cthulhu, the comeback kid. Look at him go in this race. Coming through. Oh, we've lost Bandit. The Bandit has gone 6th. For Jokus, I think Bandit's had a little chat. So in the chat, Pat saying someone put Westlife on Guesty's in-car audio radio. Looks like he's in a world of his own. Very nice. And Bandit, click the wrong button. It ain't my day today. Oh no! Click the off button instead of the tyre button. So Guesty is 11.3 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien. The Bandit, he's gone. It's the Baz, sorry. Barry twins there, 3rd, and he's not too far behind the Alien. Oh my God, these cars better stay close. You guys better make a race of this, because we've got an hour and 18 minutes and 6 cars on track. You know the route lobbies hold 16. So Ensign Ewart, 3.3 seconds behind Cthulhu. And Jokus, has he pitted? No. He hasn't pitted. He's lost a shed load of time, and I don't know where, because his lap times look okay. Oh, he's on lap 2, but I thought he was... Jokus, poor Jokus. He might press the wrong button soon himself. 18 seconds behind, but it's a long race and anything can happen. These guys, it's full damage as well. So Guesty 10.4 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien is starting. Look, he's done a 23.8. Guesty did a 24.4. So Homesick Alien, whilst Racer Brown's not here as well, because we can all safely say Racer Brown, he can get a little extra out of the cars. He's a touch above the rest of us. And so while Racer Brown's not here, Guesty and Homesick will be wanting to get maximum points. And Guesty's got himself a lovely, healthy lead. But like I said, we've still got 77.5 minutes of this race to go. And 10 seconds in 77.5 minutes is nothing. So Homesick Alien knows what he has to do. He's just got to set about doing it. The Baz, and we said he was going to be Cthulhu's next victim, and it looks like it's coming that way. In his Red Bull Renault. Oh, that's a joining that hasn't been around for a while. Do you have to ask permission from either Red Bull or Renault? They don't like each other anymore. And Pat saying, I think Jokus did pit on one of the early laps. Could have done, but he's got hard tyres on still, so he did a 39 on lap 2, but he's still on hard tyres, so it's a tough one. I'm not sure. I think he just had an off. I think it was Bandit that pitted early. Guesty then 11.3, back in his stride again, pulling away from the Alien. The Baz only a second now. Cthulhu making it interesting now as he chases down Barry twins in his Renault. As they go through Corkscrew. Oh, that's lush, man. That's lush. I recommend if you can go and get yourself a nice creamy coffee, do so, because I know the Italians say it's disgusting that we drink this stuff in the evening because it's a breakfast coffee. But I don't care, it's lush. I'll drink it all day long. Sod you Italians and your coffee laws. Yeah. Sorry for any gulpage there that you may have heard, but that was just called pure enjoyment. Oh, I'm still enjoying it now. So Cthulhu 7/10 away from the Baz. Ooh, a little wiggle up from Cthulhu as he sets about hunting down a Belgium. And Guesty is leading the way. 12 seconds now. Homesick Alien. But I guess he has used more fuel. Oh, a wincy bin more fuel than Homesick. It's barely now, really. Don't forget I mentioned it. Homesick Alien starting to throttle that car. He's pulling away from Baz, which is a good thing. But Baz now, he's going to go into defense mode soon because he has the Spaniard up against him. Vamos, Baz, vamos. Oh, Andre. And Baz has a little wiggle coming out of that final corner, and the position is gone. He didn't even get to defend it. And Cthulhu thinking easy podium position. Only 4 seconds off of the Alien. Can he get the pace? The Alien did a 25. He's 24s. He can get 23s, but I just think that Renault is just a little too finicky for him. And he's finding it very difficult to find, because he is usually super consistent, Mr. Consistent, and you can see with his lap times up and down, he's not finding some consistency in that Renault. He must be just not finding his braking points or where to get the accelerator, but there's something in that car that he's just not melding with that Guesty definitely is. Although Guesty, he's been popping it into the 24s. I mean, the track will have a lot to do with it. This track is rather scary, and sometimes you have to go to plan B in a corner and just stand on it, no matter how much slow it is. And Pat saying it was Bandit who stopped early, just had a check. Bandit saying clicked on exit, it should have clicked on options. That is the reason. Fair play, man. I was only playing. You thought I was questioning it. And Pat saying, I meant pitted, not stopped. I was looking at the order when you disappeared. So Guesty leads from Homesick Alien with Cthulhu 3.8 seconds. Now Cthulhu, he's very consistent in the 24s. He seems to have found his spot with this Renault. He's done a fair few miles in it, and 2,774 miles Cthulhu has driven in that, say this is his first round. That's some test session you had there, Cthulhu. Homesick Alien, 349 miles. Guesty, still 530 miles on it. Baz, 330 miles. I don't usually read these out, but then, you know, with GT7, money's tight. They can't just go and buy two cars, one for testing, one for driving. 335 miles from Ensign, 588 from Jokers. And Jokers, he must be absolutely screwing out there, because he's on a pad. I never knew he was on a pad. I thought he had a wheel, but he's on the game pad. So it must infuriate him when I always say about Ensign and Pat on pads and never mention Jokers on pad. But the pad really works for GT7. So we've seen, when we do GT7 races, we've seen Jokers there in the hunt for podiums and wins. He won on a Thursday evening, I think. So, and a podium last Friday. So Jokers, he's a hot driver. It's the gamepad. And GT Sport is just, they're not good together. I tried playing on a pad. I can't play on a pad anyway. But on GT Sport is rotten. No feel whatsoever. Absolutely no feel. Oh, and he's lost